Alright guys, you know what it is. I might be a sniper, but watch what happens when I break out the Kipparis. And it is Overt Flow. Let's get on a submachine gun roll. What's up guys, it's Overt Flow, and today I'm going to do a little bit of what I like to call tactical submachine gun positioning. Let me turn up the volume here so that I can hear what's going on. I like to hear a little bit of the background noise on the game. Alright, there we go. Now guys, you guys know that I am a sniper and that's what I prefer to do. Any type of sniping, you guys know that, but I decided, you know what, I could help you guys out as far as the whole submachine gunning thing goes, because I feel like I can very effectively use the submachine guns, in my opinion. You can go ahead and give me your thoughts on that too. And that ghost guy was so secretive. He was just hiding there like a crazy hiding guy with the ghost guy blending into the ground blender. Anyway guys, using the Kipparis, and now since, or the Kipparis, or the Kipper, however it's pronounced, I'm gonna call it the Kipper. Using the Kipper. I'm using the Kippy here, and I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit. I brought you this gameplay because on grid it's actually one of my personal favorite maps to use a submachine gun, even though I rarely do. And now that Black Ops is pretty much on its last leg, I'm very interested in using as many guns as possible before we're done with Black Ops, because honestly I'm gonna say, do I like Black Ops? I really do, but the connection issues once MW3 comes out, I really can't go back to dealing with connection like this. I have bad internet, plus the connection issues is just too much for me. Anyway guys, I pick up the Mac 11 suppressed because not only is it nice to not show up on radar, but also this gun has no recoil. It's basically like an ACR type of weapon, even though it is a lot weaker, obviously, because it's a submachine gun. So you guys, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the submachine guns from my point of view. Submachine guns, can you rush with them? By all means, of course, go ahead and do it, but they are most effective where? Up close. After about, what, 20 feet, they become relatively ineffective against other weapons, besides, shotguns, of course, or maybe a sniper if, you run up on him. But for the most part, you need to keep it close quarters. They are CQC weapons, close quarters combat weapons, or close quarters gunfire. I don't know, but they're close quarters weapons, you guys. So I've really taken a liking to the Kipparis, the Kippy, because it is extremely, it's like it has rapid fire on it already, and it's just a lot of fun to use. The reload is like it has sleight of hand already. It reloads extremely fast, and overall it's a great gun in my opinion. So on this map grid, let me tell you the setup. Kipparis, extended mags, bandolier, scavenger, because of the fact that, and look at this, you guys, if you stand up on this little chair, it's actually good for getting the drop on unsuspecting people, because most of the time they won't expect somebody to just be hanging out of there. It's just kind of a little bit weird. And is this a fake video? 2 knives? I don't know, I use tactical layout, so what? Hey, whatever. But using the submachine guns, I decided to name this video Tactical Submachine Gun Positioning, because most people seem to just want to rush with machine guns and don't think about how effective they could be if they just kept it close quarters. Now, this whole gameplay, you could argue that I'm rushing, but you could also argue that I'm camping because I stay in one building. However, this building happens to take up about half the space on the map. It's about half of the map. So am I really camping on half of the map? That doesn't make much sense to say that. That's like saying, oh, you're just camping the whole map because you're rushing everywhere, so you're camping the whole map. Doesn't make much sense, but you could argue that because I stayed in one building, I'm camping. You could also argue that I've been rushing because I'm rushing, but just in one general area. So anyway, guys, submachine guns, I never like to venture. I'm going to just give you the breakdown on grid, and you can apply this to any other level you like to play. I like to pick a certain spot of the map, and a relatively large spot, throw down maybe a motion sensor. I believe I had a claymore in this actually, but I think that I had a claymore in this one. I don't remember. I just been switching back and forth. Either way, most of the time I like to go with a motion sensor if I'm going to be doing this strategy, but the reason why I stick to this building is because it has, about 5 or 6 rooms upstairs. It has 2 rooms downstairs, a little hallway, and stairs. So I never really like to go outside the building too often unless I'm pretty sure that I can get a kill. And if I cannot, and I like to block off that middle passage because if somebody comes up the middle, most of the time they will surprise you, but if you're going from side to side inside the buildings from one entrance to the other, it's a little bit easier to catch people because you have so much room in between doorways. Anyway, guys, I like to stay inside the building because, hey, like I explained, submachine guns are best used close quarters. So I'm going to keep it on my terms. Anybody who comes into this building is going to get utterly decimated by me, right? Because I have steady aim on the class, and basically they're not going to win up close unless, you know, they just catch me off guard, Black Ops connection messes up, or they have a shotgun. But for the most part, I'm in control of this area, and the only time I venture outside of the building is if I'm pretty positive that I can get a kill. If there's somebody, you know, alone and they're just kind of they're stragglers, they've strayed from the pack, I'll go and pick them off. But for the most part, this building is absolutely one of my favorite, honestly, it's one of my favorite spots to submachine gun it up at, because there's so many rooms and so many areas inside the building, and for people to come in from the outside, if you've been there the whole level, you probably have a little bit better awareness of what's going on inside the building at any given time since you've been kind of there. And because of that, if they come in and maybe they hurt you or they're attacking you and you know you need to recover a little bit, because of the fact that you're a little bit more aware of what's going on inside your building, you can retreat to any one of the areas. This game wasn't really a great example, but I really prefer to use the back alley too. I like to run out back there. You guys know where the other building is, right out the back alley there. I like to run out there and kind of discombobulate people by, they see me run out there and then I run up back around and I get them from the stairs or something like that. It's just great. It's kind of like a little, I like it's a pretty fun way to play in my opinion, because it's like you have your own little maze area, and if somebody goes in it, they're gonna get lost, and you know what's going on a little bit better than they do since you've spent your majority of the time in the level there. You know, you're better, you're situational, your situational awareness is at a much higher level than theirs. So in this building, you are king, you are the champion, you know what it does. And so it's just a lot of fun to be able to, oh man, that guy's attacked me, oh, I'll just run in this building and bam, oh, get that C-flag guy. I'll just run in this building and bam, you know, I dodge around him and, you know, I lose him in the maze of the building. I pop out and attack him. I think that's a very fun way to play, in my opinion. And also, I wanted to give you guys a little tip when using submachine guns. Take advantage of the fact that while you ADS, aim down sight, while you're aiming down sight, you can still move at a relatively fast pace. So when you round corners and things like that, and this is a tip for everybody, make sure you always walk around corners, because a guy running will lose a gunfight 9 times out of 10 against the guy walking if they come around a corner, because you still have to stop running, pull up your sights and all that. And a guy walking around the corner has the ability to hip fire, aim down sight, all in a split second. Split second. Hold on. Hold on, my fingers aren't snapping! Hold on. There we go. Split second, split second. So make sure you always walk around corners. And as for the submachine gun guys, you can definitely aim down sight as you round corners or as you are walking up on a high traffic area. It's what I prefer to do. It really helps me a lot, as you see right there. I aim down sight. No, nobody to kill, but just an example. Take that random guy. And the reason why I'm using scavenger or bandolier, as I still refer to it as, is because of the fact that there's not going to be too many explosions going off near me, because I'm in a building the majority of the time and I'll be able to kind of get away. I'm not going to fall victim to too many random grenades and things of that. I don't even know if I told you my class setup. It's the Kiparis, Extended Mags, Scavenger, Bandolier, whatever, Steady Aim, and Tac Mask Pro. And the reason why I did not use Hacker is because this building is mine and I know there's going to be no claymores in it, so I should be perfectly fine. Anyway, you guys, make sure you paid close attention to the gameplay. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing me use a submachine gun. And I hope that you take a few tips from this and you see my style of play. And you remember that submachine guns are close quarters weapons. You can rush with them, but remember to rush smart because it is way more effective. As you can see, I rushed the whole game on one side of the map because I took over this area. I was very aware of what was happening. And that's what it is. Final score is 39-1 with what? 5 defense or something like that? 2 captures, 5 defense? I don't know. But either way, it was a great gameplay. I love you guys. Yosh, dang it! And I am Overt and out.